As I said in my last video, my last vlog, the car shows are starting again. And this is the classic car shows, once a month, on a Tuesday, different locations. Now, the location he's picked for the first one this time is the location that we always used to go to, which was the permanent location at Minis Bay. Because it's big, lots of room, lots of people get to know where it is, it's not that hard to get to. So it's nice to have one there again. He will move them around thereafter. It's nice, it's clear, it's sunny. It just isn't the warmest, shall we say, out in the wind. It is pretty bloody freezing. Well, it does say it's 10.5 degrees, but I don't know how much I believe that in the wind. So yeah, take some pictures, have a look around. I'm looking forward to it. Now, something else that I haven't really mentioned, but something else is coming up. By the time the next one of these meets has been on, it will be after the King's coronation. Now, there isn't an awful lot of stuff up for the coronation as much as I thought there would be. Not at the moment. It is on the 6th of May, so it is untimely for me, to be fair. But it is going to be celebrated all over the country. Everyone's going to do it. Supermarkets and everywhere else has got all the stuff in for doing their own coronation foods and all that sort of stuff. So it is everywhere. So it'd be nice to get out and try and take some pictures of some of that. But as I've got the cameras with me, if I see anything today, I will take pictures of them, obviously. And that's one of the things, again, going out to these car shows and doing lots of this sort of stuff. I have got a fair amount of equipment with me today. I've got this camera, the GoPro I'm doing this on, then I've got the ZV-1, then I've got the Pentax, then the other Sony and the drone. So I've got 5 cameras in total, and that's not including my phone. Oh, and the dash cam, of course. Bit overkill maybe, but I'm hoping to get different angles and different shots, so that's why I do it. And when you want to get a decent pictures or decent set of pictures, that's the sort of thing you end up doing, is just taking pictures with as many different devices and taking as many of them as you can to give you the spread, so that when you do want to get through them and sort them, you end up with at least one decent shot. Now, one thing I will say, as always, at the moment with these shows, it starts apparently at 7 o'clock. That was the start time as listed. It's barely gone 6:30 and it's already packed with people, and I bet by 7 o'clock, as always, some idiots will be leaving, which is really annoying when they do that. So that's my 2 tasks, my 2 photography things I mentioned in the previous vlog done. The 50th birthday for Claire, my brother's girlfriend, and the car show. Now, from a photography point of view, both presented different challenges. The photos for the party, the 50th party, were really good. I mean, I took 336 pictures in total, but the issues I had are the same issues you always get at any sort of party stroke evening event, is lighting. It was very dark there, and because it was dark, the camera didn't really like taking the pictures, so I got a lot of blurry pictures. So out of the 336 pictures that I took, I've got about 70 or 80 I've put in a sort of a good album, an album that she can have as a sort of birthday album for pictures, and then she's got about another 50 odd spares, so she's got probably 120, 130 pictures out of it, which isn't too bad. I mean, some of the ones that weren't just blurry, there's pictures where they were sort of back of people's heads, stuff like that, where I was just sort of taking as many pictures as I could. So, but overall it came out alright, to be honest with you. I was quite pleased with it. The car show, pretty much the same thing. The car show pictures, fine, they always come out well, especially when it's daylight, and it did stay daylight for quite a while because the show starts at 7 o'clock. The annoying thing was, as is always with these shows, unfortunately, some people start leaving 7:10, 7:15, people are already on their way home, and it's mainly the people with the classic cars that go early, like they're a bit older and maybe they have to go to bed early, I don't know. But it is a bit annoying. And the reason it's annoying is because there's people show up a bit later. So there are some nice McLarens, Ferrari, a couple of nice Porsches, things like that. The newer cars, but still special cars, and people want to see them. They show up a bit later, and they stay much longer because they want people to see their cars. It's like the people with the classic cars aren't that interested in people looking at them. They show up to show their face and then they disappear off. Whereas the people with nice cars show up and they're proud to show their cars and have people look at them. So it is a bit of a strange one. It does actually advertise it from 7 till 10 on the Facebook group that it's advertised on. So of course some people do think, well, that's the hours they're going to be doing it, so it's okay for me to turn up. Now I've got a friend of mine who's been saying that she's going to be going for a couple of years maybe, and she's always been working on the Tuesday, so she hasn't been able to go. This time she had the opportunity to go. She hadn't been working, or she wasn't working, but she came from quite a way away, which meant she did travel. She turned up late, so by the time I was going, I sort of left at about 20 past 8, because most other people had left and I'd seen everything and taken photos of everything I needed to do. She turned up I think about 8:30. So by the time she turned up, there was hardly anybody there. Everybody had gone, even though it's still advertised till 10 o'clock, which is really annoying. So I mean, we did manage to catch up, have a coffee and have a chat and talk about the cars, and I showed her the pictures of the cars, but it's not the same. So hopefully the lighter months, when they do them at other places, maybe people will stay a bit longer. I'm not too fussed really. If the people with the classic cars go, then that's their loss. People aren't looking at their cars. People will look at the newer cars, then people will only go for the newer cars because they're the people that want to stay and show off what they've got and let people look, and they can be proud of the cars they've got. Now of course I'm still on the hunt for Jubilee stuff and King George stuff when it comes out, George III and all that sort of stuff, so I will be looking for that as it goes on, because it's only really 2 weeks away now. So yeah, but I haven't seen as much. I said when the Jubilee was on, Jubilee stuff, there was loads of it. Obviously when the Queen died there was loads and loads of stuff around then. For the coronation there didn't seem as much. People aren't as enthusiastic, but we shall see. If I can see stuff, I will definitely take pictures of it.